All right, man. What's up, everybody? You already know what it is. We make art, we sell art in your face. And I want to start this video off first by giving glory to God, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, for waking me up today to give me another opportunity to go ahead and make another video. So if you haven't, make sure you talk to God today. Tell him what you're grateful for. All right, man. We're about to get into this video real quick, man, because I want to talk about something that is very, very super important, man. And I think anybody who's ever created something, who was trying to achieve something when everyone else around them couldn't see what it was that they were trying to do, they go through this. All right, this is called the madness theory. This is madness. I don't know if you ever seen the movie 300, but it's like, this is madness. Well, the thing about it, when you're saying the madness theory, from my understanding, because I'm not going to read it verbatim, but basically it's saying that when you're trying to do something extraordinary, or you're doing something that's out of the box, something that's different, something that, you know, could change your life, could be the defining factor that could break open the doors, but it's unconventional. It's not the regular way of doing it. You're not, just living the normal life. You're not just settling for less. You're not just bending down and letting life just do you however it wants to do you. No, you're doing things that other people just can't fathom, and they can't understand why you're doing it. They can't understand why you can't just be still. They can't understand why you can't just go with the flow, and why you go so hard at doing what you do. They can't understand it. They don't understand why you're relentless at what you're being relentless at. Say you have a dream, right? And I use myself as an example because I know myself best, you know what I'm saying? So I can use myself as an example to this. But people don't understand why I work as hard as I do. If you don't know, I had a successful business. I was working for myself for the past say 4, almost 5 years. I had some employees. I actually even hired some family members, right? But some things happened in my life where I won't go into super detail, where I pretty much lost it all, man. I lost it all, and I've been working my butt off to get back to where I was, okay? I have a lot of people that was big fans of mine, supporters of mine, and I just haven't been able to do the things that I used to do. Now, with that being said, it's cool. I learned a lot of lessons from this situation, and I'm going to come back stronger than ever. Now, with that said, I had to go back into the regular world, the regular corporate world, right? And I want to get back to my goals and my dreams as fast as possible. I'm not here to play around. I'm not here to, collect a 401k and just sit back and chill. Like, I am relentless in what I want to achieve. Now, I know myself personally, I have a habit, and I love having this habit, but I have a habit of, when people ask me about what I do, what I've done, I love to tell them. I love to shine that light and just tell them, like, hey, these are my aspirations. This is what I work so hard for. But when I work with certain people and we talk about things and they see how I work, they see my work ethic, they see how relentless I am. Give you an example. When I go into work 17 days straight, they don't understand. They're like, dude, why are you working so hard? Why? Like, dang, man, you don't get no break. Make sure you get rest, man. Make sure you rest. I do make sure I rest. But they don't understand it because, see, they have other responsibilities that I may not have. I sleep the entire day and then I come straight to work. I don't got time for bars. I don't got time to watch the football game. I don't got time to go to the movies. I don't got time to hang with friends. I barely have any time to see my family. They gonna catch me on the phone on FaceTime or something because I'm on a mission. Right now, my life is like a mission. It's like I'm in boot camp right now. I'm in the Army. When you in the Army, you ain't got time for none of that. It's time to get it on the grind. I've never served. Shout out to all the men and women who served the country. But I can only imagine what boot camp is like. It's not sunshines and rainbows. You got to get it in. You got to go out there and you got to go after what's yours. This is not time to play. This is not time to lollygag. Now when you complete the mission and you achieve your goal, okay, then yeah, you can be married and all that. But right now, we got things to do. But they're going to look at you like you're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't understand that. The people who do, sorry to say this, but the bare minimum, just do what's required of them. Well, they're not going to understand the results that you're trying to achieve. They're not going to understand what you're trying to make happen in your life. because they're used to the bare minimum. They're used to just getting by. They're used to just right above the surface, just being able to survive, not live, but to survive. I tell people, they be like, yo, man, so how many hours you work? And I think it was like in 2 weeks, man, I damn near did 200 and something. Like, it was a lot. I literally do 12-hour days, 17 days straight. And they're like, oh, man, I understand, but that couldn't be me. I know it can't be you. I know it can't be you. It can never be you, because you couldn't be me. You couldn't be on this level, and that's fine. You don't have that vision. You don't have that drive. You don't have that tenacity. You don't have that forethought of, you know what, delayed gratification. That's what's going to set me apart. That's what's going to help me achieve my goals. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody just can't get that, and that's fine. But just understand, when you put yourself in a situation and you're grinding to achieve something like what I'm trying to achieve, they're going to look at you like it's madness. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. They're going to look at you like, dude, what, like, what is going on here? Like, what are we doing? You're working again? You're here again? Dang, when do you sleep? I'm like, what are you talking about? There's 24 hours in a day. I only work 12. I sleep the rest. I eat, I sleep, I work. Because every single time that paycheck hits and that big fat check hits, is going towards my goals so I can get back onto my grind. And mind you, what these people, a lot of people don't understand, man, what we make here in 2 weeks, even with me working nonstop, I used to make that in 2 or 3 hours. So once again, they can't understand where I come from, and that's fine. But what I'm telling you is, when you see the Michael Jordans of the world, when you see the Elon Musks of the world, when you see the businessmen and women who run these corporations, and they're just tirelessly going at it, even at a successful height, man. I look at somebody like a Kevin Hart, right? Everybody knows Kevin Hart. And I see these interviews, man, and I'm talking about this dude do an interview, he'll do a show, comedy show, filming a movie, remembering all his lines, interacting with people, being part of nonprofits. It's like, yo, he is on go. The average person is like, yo, they want the success, they want the notoriety, but they don't really understand what it takes, not only to get it, but then to maintain it. What does it take to maintain it? What does it take to get there? You have to do something extraordinary. You have to do something that people would deem to be insane. At one point in time in the world, there weren't airplanes, right? I believe they're called the Wright brothers. Shout out to them. But seriously, I mean, out of all the inventions, there's a lot of great inventions out there, from black, white, all alike. But my goodness, man, to say, yo, I'm going to put an aircraft in the air and it's going to fly, people thought they were nuts. People thought they were crazy. What are you talking about? You're going to fly? Man isn't meant to fly. Men aren't meant to fly. You're going to die. You know what I'm saying? Could you imagine being the first person to try to fly an airplane? Do you understand the risks to reward? And this is the crazy part. Those guys did something that now that we enjoy a luxury, they never even got to see. They never got to see TVs on a dang on airplane. They never got to see first class this and first class that. They didn't even get to reap all the fruits of their labor, because it expands every single day. That's delayed gratification, man. But that's doing something that people thought was crazy. Now we all use it. You would be crazy. Not if you said, oh man, people don't use planes. You'd be like, what? What are you talking about? But there was a point in time where people thought that the Wright brothers were crazy. The Mamba mentality, the Kobe Bryants of the world, who, you know what, man, I'm going to keep on working even though I got this broken finger. I got to finish the game. I got to finish the job. Yeah, I'm tired, but I got to finish the job. I have a responsibility. I got a goal I need to achieve. That's the difference. Delaying yourself to satisfaction, sacrificing certain things to reach your goal, other people can never even fathom. They just, in their mind, they just don't understand it. Well, what do you mean? I mean, I just work a regular job and I just go to work, and I mean, dude, why are you working so hard? Like, bro, because I am on a mission. I never forget, man, one time I had a cousin. I got him a job. He needed a job real bad. I got him a job. And literally the job called him, I don't know, maybe like a week or so later. After he, he worked there or whatever. And then after a week, they called him and was like, hey, man, would you like to come in for this overtime? And he said no. And I'm like, what do you mean no? Like, I was so pissed off. I couldn't understand. Dude, a week ago, you needed a job. They're giving you an opportunity to get more work in, and you say no? And that's what I'm saying with people mindsets, man. When people need the job, oh my God, they're showing up on time. They're coming for the interview. They like, look, I really need this. They're giving their spill about why they need it. They do everything they can to get the job. And then when they get the job, you know what they do? They complain. They're not satisfied. They complain, and they complain some more. They forgot where they came. They forgot what they said that they needed so bad. Now they just want to complain. I don't get that, man. I don't get it. Like, I am super grateful for this job. Is it my career? Of course not. Is this pennies compared to what I'm used to? Absolutely. But is this what I got to do to get to that goal? You dang all right. And I'm going to treat it as such. I'm going to treat it with prestige. I'm going to show up early. I'm going to work extra. And anytime there's money on the table, I'm taking it. Because right now, this is not vacation time. This is not hang with your buddies time. This is knuckle up, lock in, and let's get this thing done. Y'all seen that famous thing that Kobe said? He was in the playoffs, and they were winning. They were doing great. Had a phenomenal season. And everybody's all excited. They're like, oh, my goodness, man, you're having such a great season. And Kobe wasn't happy at all. And they're like, why? Why aren't you happy? You know what he said? He said, is the job done? They were like, what are you talking about? He's like, have we won the championship? He said, no. He said, all right, then the job's not done. What are we celebrating about? What are we celebrating for? To see other people is like, oh, dang, man. I mean, just be grateful. And yeah, that's for other people and regular people to do. Champions don't celebrate without the win. No disrespect, but to them, it's like mediocrity. It's like, what am I celebrating here? What am I celebrating? Every single day that I come in, I see these guys excited about watching football. They're excited about the college games. I can't compute to that. Because I'm not excited about watching another man have success. I'm just not. Especially when I'm not in where I want to be in my life. And see, when you talk like this, it sounds mundane. It sounds boring. But I'm telling you, when you achieve your goals and you make it happen, those same people look at you like, damn, how did you do it? Oh my, man, that's incredible. How did you, man, that's so amazing. See, once it's successful, you're no longer madness. The madness theory goes out the window. It's like, man, wow. The mindset he has is just so amazing. It's like, but when you're in the midst of it, when they're around that greatness of attitude, they treat it like it's lesser than. They treat it like you're crazy. People want instant gratification. And if they can't see the tunnel at the end of the light, it's a problem. They just don't get it. What you have to understand is it's not for them to get. Okay? A turtle will never be able to see the world point of view from a tree. He just won't. You understand? Fish will never understand the viewpoint of the eagle. It is two different viewpoints. What you have to choose and decide in this life is which viewpoint are you going to have? Are you going to have the viewpoint of the turtle, or are you going to have the viewpoint of the eagle? And they're both okay to have, because you need both of them to coexist. But I refuse to have the viewpoint of a turtle. I want to see what the eagle sees. I want to soar high. I don't want to stay low, and I don't want to move slow. I am on a mission to achieve my goals, and there's nothing that's going to stop me. By the grace of God, I'm going to keep on going towards my goals. I'm going to keep on focusing on what's important, and I'm going to make it happen every single day. When you're on your mission like that, trust me, it's going to look like madness. But when it works, it's going to look like genius. If you like this video, man, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, especially if you feel like you got some value. And if you want to check out some of my artwork, hit the link in the description below, and you'll be able to go to inyourfaceart.com to get some of my artwork. I greatly appreciate each and every last one of you guys. Y'all have an absolute blessed day. Keep God in your life first. And I'm going to talk to you guys soon. You already know what it is. We make art. We sell art. In your face.